Mia, you're glowing. This contract, wow. You'll be on billboards in no time, Mom said, her voice floating down the hallway. I paused at the doorway, book still in my hand. Mia laughed, her high heels clicking against the wooden floor. It's just a local brand, Mom. Relax. A brand that picked you, not Alina. That says something. My grip on the books tightened. I stepped inside. Hey, ma'am barely glanced my way. You're home? Did you manage to pass your resits? This time, I nodded barely. That's good, she interrupted, turning back to Mia. Anyway, darling, we should celebrate Chinese. I opened my mouth, then closed it. Mia smiled at me like I was a pet. You can join too, Ellie. I think they deliver spring. Rolls now? No thanks. She tilted her head, still on your sad little diet. I sat at the edge of the couch. I'm just not hungry. Mom sighed. Don't be so sensitive. Mia's teasing. Mia grinned. Lighten up, Ellie. Life's short. Yeah, I muttered, especially in this house. What was that? Mom asked. Nothing. Mia pulled out her phone. Oh, speaking of life, guess who texted me today? I didn't answer. I already knew. Noah Walker, she said, eyes locked on mine. I blinked. Why would he text you? She shrugged. I guess he saw one of my new photos. Said I looked different. In a good way. I swallowed. You don't even like him. That was high school, she said. People change. But you knew I liked him. She laughed, brushing her curls over her shoulder. Please, that was years ago, and you never did anything about it. You had your chance. I never had a chance. I whispered, what? Em asked. Nothing. I said again. Mia stood. I think I'll go get my nails done. My shoot's next week. Can't have chipped polish. I watched her grab her coat like she didn't just gut me. She turned back. You should go outside sometime, Ellie. Sunlight's good for your skin. She walked out. Mom followed her too. The door like she was royalty. The moment they were gone, I let out a breath I hadn't realized I was holding. Noah. She knew. She always knew. I used to tell her everything. How I'd wait after class just to walk near him. How my stomach flipped every time he said my name. How I memorized the way he pushed his sleeves up when he was nervous. And she just took him again, just like in school. When she took my favorite necklace and said it looked better on her. Or when I got invited to Emily's party. And she showed up in my dress and everyone forgot I was even there. This was just another repeat. I went to my room, pulled out my phone, stared at Noah's contact. I never messaged him. Not once, not when he wished me a happy birthday instead of me. Even though we were friends first, not when she accidentally showed him the poem I wrote about him, not when he smiled at her like I didn't exist. I lay back on my bed and stared at the ceiling. Maybe I didn't exist. Maybe I was just her shadow, her substitute, her leftovers. The door creaked. Mom peeked in. Don't be moody now. Be happy for your sister. I forced a smile. I am. Good girl, she said, closing the door. The smile stayed on my face long after she left. But inside, something cracked. Not loudly. Just a small shift, a whisper, a warning. Something inside me was done. Asterisk Noah. He turned around so fast he nearly knocked over his coffee. Alina. Wow. It's been forever. Yeah, I smiled. Since college orientation, maybe, right? You had that red backpack, he grinned. I remember. I laughed softly. You called it a picnic basket. Because it was massive. He motioned to the seat across from him. Join me. Hesitated, then nodded. Sure. Just for a minute, the cafe smelled like burnt espresso and vanilla. I hated vanilla. How's life? I asked, sipping my water, busy. Final year's a mess. But I just got shortlisted for a grad placement. In Manchester. That's amazing. He shrugged. We'll see. And you, still studying psychology? Yeah. Barely hanging on. But yeah. He leaned in. You were always smarter than you let on. I blinked. You think so? Definitely. Mia used to say. He paused. My stomach tightened. She used to say what? I asked, already knowing that you were quiet but deep. My jaw clenched. She said that, yeah, he said, smiling. She noticed everything about you. No, she didn't. He took another sip. You still order vanilla lattes. What? He pointed to the counter. You and Mia always loved vanilla. Still your favorite? I froze. He wasn't even looking at me. Not really. You think I'm Mia? He blinked. What? I stood up slowly. You called me Mia. No, did I? Yeah, you did. My voice cracked. He looked embarrassed. Sorry, you look a lot like her. No, I don't. Alina, I should go. Come on, don't be like that. I'm always like this. You've just never noticed. I turned away. My legs felt numb. I pushed the door open and walked straight into the wind. My eyes burned, but I didn't let anything fall. He thought I was her, even when I was laughing with him. Even when I was trying to be myself, I was still her. Back home, I stared at my reflection. Same brown eyes, same wavy hair, same tired smile. Was this why people confused us? Or was it because I didn't shine as loudly? I pulled my hair up into a bun, then down again. Nothing looked right. My phone buzzed. Noah, hey, sorry again? That was awkward. You okay? I didn't answer. I couldn't. My chest felt hollow, like someone had scooped out everything and left only air. What did it even mean to be me? If people saw her when they looked at me, what was the point? I opened my closet, stared at my clothes. Half of them were hand-me-downs, Mia's old skirts, her faded blazers. Even my perfume mom had bought it because Mia once wore it to a wedding. I sank onto my bed, pulled my knees up. Maybe I was never supposed to be seen. Maybe I was always the backup plan. I texted Claire.me. Do I remind people of Mia? She replied instantly. Claire, what? No, you're nothing like her. Why me? Noah called me Mia today. Claire, he what? Me, he didn't even realize. Claire, block him. Me, I can't. Claire, why not? Me, because I still like him there. I said it, typed it, sent it, and it hurt worse than I expected. Claire's typing bubble flashed for a while. Then her reply came. Claire, then let this hurt once and for all. Don't let it bleed forever. I stared. At her words, let it hurt once. I stood up, wiped my face, stared at myself again. Same girl. But something had shifted. He called me Mia, but I wasn't her. Not anymore. Asterisk, sit down. Claire snapped, yanking me into the library's quiet corner. I flinched. What's wrong? You? You're what's wrong? Excuse me? Scrabbed. My wrist, eyes blazing. Why do you let her do this to you? Over and over. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't play dumb, Alina. I saw you at the cafe yesterday. I saw your face. I pulled back. So what? He called me Mia. Big deal. Big deal. Her voice rose, heads turned. She lowered it again. You looked like you were dying inside. I stared at the floor. It doesn't matter. It does. Because she knows how you feel about him. I looked up sharply. What? Mia, she knows you like Noah. Always has. No? My words caught. She couldn't. She did. And you know what else? Claire leaned closer. She doesn't even like him. I shook my head. That's not true. It is. I heard her brag about it once. Told Bella she flirted with him because it made you miserable. My stomach lurched. No, yes, Claire hissed. She enjoys this, Alina. I swallowed hard. Why would she do that? Because she's selfish. Because she wants everything, even things she doesn't care about, just so you can't have them. That can't be right. Claire's eyes softened. I know you don't want to believe it. But you already do. Deep down, you've always known. I bit my lip. The taste of blood grounded me. She's my sister, and you think that means she can't hurt you? Claire's voice cracked. Family can be crueler than strangers. I pressed my hands against my face. I feel so stupid. Don't. Claire gripped my shoulders. You're not stupid. You're kind. You're hopeful. But you need to stop giving her that power. I don't know how. Yes, you. Do? She paused, eyes fierce. Start by remembering you're not her, and you're not here to make her look good. I pulled away, hugging myself. I don't want to fight her. You don't have to. You just have to stop letting her fight you. I sank into the chair. The quiet buzz of the library pressed in around us. Claire took my hand. I know this hurts, but the sooner you see her clearly, the sooner you can stop living in her shadow. My voice was small. She always wins. She wins because you let her, Claire said softly. Take yourself out of her game. I wiped my eyes. What if I don't know who I am without her? Then it's time to find out. I let her words sink in. The truth stung more than I thought possible, but it also felt like a door opening. I whispered, "Thank you." Claire smiled faintly. "I've got your back, always." My phone buzzed. Noah. "Hey, can I ask you something a bit awkward?" I sat on the edge of my bed. My fingers already cold. Me. "Sure." The typing dots blinked, stopped, blinked again. "Noah, do you think Mia would ever go for someone like me?" I stared at the message, read it again, dot and again. My thumb hovered. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. "Me? You mean seriously? Noah?" "Yeah, I know you two are close." "I figured you'd know. Close, right? Close enough for her to step on my feelings without blinking. Me. Why her?" "Noah, she's just, I don't know. She's confident, funny, magnetic." I clenched my jaw. Me. "She doesn't even know your middle name, Noah." "Ha, true. But still, she's different." I wanted to write that, but I didn't. Instead, I typed, "Me. I'll ask her." "Noah, you're sweet." "Thanks." Alina. Sweet, that word hit harder than I expected. Sweet, like a side character, a helper, a messenger between two people who matter. I dropped the phone on the bed and pressed my palms to my face. Sweet, not beautiful, not interesting, not unforgettable. Just sweet. My bedroom door creaked open. Claire's voice called from downstairs. "You home?" "Up here," I called back, voice barely steady. She appeared in the doorway a moment later. "You look like someone punched you. He texted me, Noah." I nodded, and I handed her the phone. She read, blinked, read again, then looked at me. "You're kidding?" I shook my head. She threw the phone on my bed like it burned. "What the hell is wrong with him? He thinks I'm the bridge." "No, he thinks you don't bleed." I looked away. "Maybe I don't matter to him." "You do," she snapped. "You should. But he's blind." "He's not cruel," I whispered. "Cruelty isn't always loud," Claire said. "Sometimes. It's a boy who keeps walking over you with muddy shoes and never looks down." I stayed silent. She sat beside me. "What are you going to tell him?" "I said I'd ask her," Claire groaned. "You didn't?" "I did, Alina." "What else was I supposed to do? Say no and admit I've liked him since forever. Maybe he wouldn't care." She went quiet. I hugged my knees. It's like I don't exist unless she's not in the room. "That's not true, isn't it?" Claire looked at me, voice softer now. "Do you want him to be with her?" "No." "Then why help him?" I didn't answer. I see OULDN single quotes. Claire stood. "You don't have to destroy yourself to be liked. Not by him, not by her." I nodded slowly. After she left, I picked up my phone. Again, the chat was still open. Noah's name sat there like a bruise. I typed .me. She's not interested. It wasn't a lie. She hadn't even been asked yet. He replied in seconds. "Noah, oh, that's okay. Thanks for checking." "You're seriously the nicest person I know." I stared at the screen. Nice, sweet, helpful. Never chosen, *, Mia. "Can we talk?" I stood in the Hallway outside her room, fists clenched. She didn't even look up from her mirror. If it's about your little crush, I already know. I blinked. What, Noah? She said, curling her hair. He texted you, didn't he? Asking about me? How did you? She rolled her eyes. Please, he's not exactly subtle. I stepped inside. My heart pounded. Did you ever like him? She finally turned, smirking. Like him? Oh. He was boring. I felt something shatter inside. Then why lead him on? She tilted her head. Because you liked him. Silence. You knew, I whispered. Of course I knew. You practically drooled every time he looked at you. Took a step back, so all of it was just a game. She stood, walked over, and said, not a game, just fun. And honestly, it's hilarious how you keep picking up my leftovers. That word leftovers stabbed me straight through. You really think I'm just some shadow of you? She shrugged. If the shoe fits. I swallowed hard. My throat burned. You've always done this, taken what I love and twisted it. Mia laughed. Oh, please. Stop pretending to be the victim. You're the one who lets it happen. Tears welled in my eyes. I clenched my fists tighter. Not anymore. Her smile faltered for the first time. What's that supposed to mean? It means I'm done. With what? Me? She scoffed. With being your substitute. With pretending I don't feel anything. With letting you win. She blinked, amused. You think there's a competition? There's always been. You just never let me play. I turned to leave. Oh, come on, Alina, she called. Don't be dramatic. I paused. You know what's dramatic, Mia? Laughing in your sister's face when she's hurting. Didn't respond. I walked out. That night, I sat in front of the mirror. Not her mirror, mine. The one in my tiny, half-decorated room. I looked into my own eyes, and for once, I didn't see her. I saw me. And for the first time in years, I let myself cry. Not because she hurt me, but because I finally admitted it. I let her. Not anymore. Tomorrow. Things would change. I wasn't her. Leftover, I wasn't nobody. I was me, and that had to be enough. Asterisk, are you ignoring me now? Mia's text flashed on my screen. I stared at it, then locked my phone. No reply. At breakfast, Mom tapped her spoon. Mia said, you've been distant lately. I sipped my tea. I've been busy. With what? You don't have a job, or a boyfriend, or even real friends. I set the cup down. That's enough, Mom. She blinked, taken aback. Excuse me? I'm not doing this today. You don't talk to me like that. I just did. I walked out. My hands shook, but it felt good, like breathing fresh air after being underwater. At school, I sat beside Jamie in bio. Not because I had to, 'cause I wanted to. He looked up from his notes. Hey, you okay? Better than yesterday. That's a low bar. He grinned. I smiled. Yeah, but still progress. He tapped his pen. You ever thought about joining drama club? Me, I laughed. I can barely talk to people. You're talking to me? That's different. Why? 'Cause you don't look at me like I'm someone else. He raised a brow. Who would I be looking for? I hesitated. My sister. He shrugged. Didn't even know you had one. That made me laugh. That might be the nicest thing anyone said to me. Claire passed us, raising her brow. You're smiling? I touched my face. Was I? Don't stop. It suits you. Jamie grinned. Told you. After school, I checked my phone. 7 unread messages from Mia. Why are you being like this? I said I was joking. You're so sensitive. Don't ruin everything over one thing. Delete. 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 Claire waited by my locker. Want to walk home together? Sure. We passed the cafe where Mia and her friends usually sat. I didn't look. I didn't care. Claire nudged me. So who's Jamie? A friend? Just a friend. I laughed. Claire. Okay. She smiled. But it's good. Seeing you like this? Like what? Like you. I stopped. I don't even know who that is. Well, she said, maybe now you'll find out. That night, I stood in front of my mirror again. No makeup, no borrowed clothes, no pretending, just me. And for once, I didn't flinch. I didn't hate what I saw. I didn't wish to be someone else. I didn't want to disappear. I looked into my eyes and whispered, no more. No more apologizing for taking up space. No more swallowing my voice. No more chasing people who don't care. My phone buzzed again. Mia. I silenced it. I brushed my hair, I sat on my bed, and I breathed. For the first time in a long, long time. I felt free. Knock, knock, knock. I opened the door. Noah. He looked surprised too. You answered. I crossed my arms. What do you want? You haven't been around? I thought he paused. Are you okay? I leaned against the frame better than ever. He blinked. Seriously? Yeah. Why? You're different, he said. You don't sound like you. I guess I stopped trying to be her Mia's shadow. His lips parted slightly. That's not it is. He stepped back like I'd pushed him. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. Maybe, but you did. Noah rubbed the back of his neck. I noticed you were gone. It's from class, from everywhere. So now you care. I always cared. I narrowed my eyes. You cared when Mia told you to. You cared when it was convenient. That's not fair. No, Noah. What wasn't fair was watching you ignore me while I tried to matter. He looked down. Mia didn't say anything. Asked. She wouldn't. He looked up. So you're really done with her? I nodded, completely. His brows rose. Wow, what? I just never thought I'd hear that from you. That's because you never heard me at all. There was silence. Heavy. He glanced at the steps. Can I come in? I shook my head. No. Oh, I'm not angry, I added. Just done chasing. I didn't know you felt like that, because you never asked. He stepped back. You've changed. I smiled. No, I've just stopped pretending. His eyes stayed on me like I was some puzzle he'd never solved. You were always quiet, he said softly, but now you're strong. I've always been strong, I said. You just didn't notice. His mouth opened, then closed. He nodded slowly. I guess I didn't. We stood there in silence again. Finally, he said, you look happy. I was, and I didn't owe him that explanation. Thanks. I said. He turned to leave. Paused. If you ever want to talk, I'll let you know. He gave a small nod. Take care, Alina. I closed the door gently behind him, and I breathed. He was the one confused now, and I was fine. I got accepted, I said, holding the letter in my hands. Mom looked up from her tea. Accepted where? I swallowed. To the university. In London, her cup clinked loudly against the saucer. You applied abroad. I nodded. You didn't tell me, her voice cracked. I didn't think I needed permission. She stood up slowly. So you're just going to leave? Just like that. It's not just like that, Mom. I worked hard for this. She shook her head. You're abandoning the family. No, I said quietly. I'm choosing myself. Her eyes filled instantly. Mia needs you. We need you. I've always been here, I said. Every time she cried, every time. You looked past me to get to her. That's not fair, she whispered. Is it? I asked. Because it felt real. Every single day. She covered her face with both hands. I did my best. I nodded. I know. You're being selfish. I'm finally being selfish, I said, and it feels right. She dropped her hands. Her cheeks were wet. You'd really leave your sister like this? Already. Stayed for her. Skipped things for her. Lived for her. I'm done doing that. She's your sister. And I'm your daughter, I said. But you only see me when I'm useful. That's not true. Name one time you asked what? I wanted... She opened her mouth. Nothing came out. I waited. Still nothing. I'm not trying to hurt you. I said softly, but I'm tired of disappearing. Her lip trembled. You've changed. I smiled a little. I've just stopped breaking myself to fit. I don't know who you are anymore. That's okay, I said, because I finally do. She sank into the chair. If you really want to go? I need to go. What if something happens to Mia? You'll figure it out. Like I always had to. She wiped her face. You sound so cold. I'm just done being quiet. The silence after that was loud. I could hear the fridge hum. The clock ticking. Finally, she said, When do you leave? 2 months. She looked at me. You already planned this? Yes. Her eyes dropped. I didn't expect this from you. I know, I said. But I'm done waiting to be chosen. She didn't say anything else, didn't scream, didn't beg, just sat there small, tired, silent, and I stood taller, steady, unshaken. I had never felt so alone in this house, but I had never felt more free. Claire's text popped up just after dinner. Claire, Noah's done with her. He stopped replying days ago. I stared at the screen. I didn't feel shock or joy. Stillness stopped me. He finally saw her for who she is. 5 minutes later, the doorbell rang. I opened it to find Mia. Mascara streaked her cheeks. Her nose was red. You're happy, aren't you? She snapped. I leaned on the doorframe. Should I be? Her voice cracked. He hasn't texted. Back, not once. I called, left voicemails, nothing. Maybe he realized something. She pushed past me into the apartment. You said you didn't care about him. I didn't, but he cared about you. Always did. I shrugged. That's not my fault. You always take what's mine in the end. I laughed. It's quiet. Dry, he never was yours. You don't even like guys like him. You said he was shallow, and you said he was loyal. I said, looks like we were both wrong. She spun around. Why do you hate me so much? I know, said. I just finally stopped sacrificing myself for you. Her shoulders sagged. You always act like you're better than me. No, I said. I just stopped needing you to approve of me. Tears rolled down her face again. He made me feel seen, then he just disappeared. Like I did? I asked. When you lied about me? When you made me feel invisible? Her lips trembled. I didn't mean to, but you did. I cut in. It's over and over, and I let you. Looked around my apartment like she didn't recognize any of it. I thought you'd always be there, even if everyone else left. I was, I said softly, for years. And now? She asked. Now I'm not. She sat on the edge of the couch, hugging herself. I didn't know how empty it had feel without him, without you. I sat across from her. It's not fun, is it? It's being left behind. She wiped her face with her sleeve. Do you hate me? No, I said. But I don't pity you anymore. She blinked at me. What changed? I did. For a long moment, neither of us said anything. Finally, she whispered, I don't know who I am without someone choosing me. That's the problem, Mia. I stood. You've always waited to be chosen. One chose myself. She nodded slowly. It hurts. It's supposed to. She stood, unsure. Can I stay here tonight? No, I said. You have your own place, but I need space, I said. You should too. She looked at me like she'd never seen me before. Maybe she hadn't. She left without another word. And, for the first time, the silence that followed didn't feel cold. It felt like peace. A knock at the door. Soft, hesitant. I already knew it was him. I opened it slowly. Noah. He looked tired. Hers? Hey. I waited. He sighed. I needed to see you. I leaned against the doorway. Why now? I messed up, he said, eyes locking with mine. I chose wrong. I see that now. I crossed my arms. You mean you chose Mia? I thought she was the right one, he admitted. She made me feel wanted. Loud, confident. And I didn't, I asked, steady. You made me feel quiet, he said. But real. I let that sit for a second. Then why'd you pick her? I was afraid, he said. You saw me. All of me. She only saw what I let her. And now, he took a step closer. Now I see you. I mean it. I'm sorry, Elena. I nodded slowly. I believe you. His eyes softened. Then maybe we could try again? I smiled. No, his face froze. What? I'm not your second choice anymore, Noah. He blinked. I didn't mean it like that, but that's what it was, I said. If you didn't pick me until Mia crashed. I was wrong, he whispered. You were, I said. And I forgive you. He reached for my hand. Because I'm done being the backup, I said. I needed you when everything broke. You weren't there. He looked down. I thought you didn't care. I did, I said. But I stopped. For me, you're different, he said. Stronger. I nodded. Because I stopped, waiting for someone to choose me. A beat of silence passed. I was too late, he said quietly. Yes, I said. You were? He looked like he wanted to fight it, but didn't know how. Is there someone else? He asked. There's me, I said. And that's enough. He swallowed hard. So that's it. That's closure, I said. He stared at me, like I was someone new. Maybe I was. You're serious, he said. I am. He took a breath. I really thought I know, I said. But I'm not here to fix what broke us. He opened his mouth, then closed it again. Defeated. I stepped back. Goodbye, Noah. You're really letting go? He asked. Hi? Already did, I said. This was just the final piece. He stood there like the wind had knocked him still. I didn't expect this. I gave him a small smile. I know. And I closed the door gently. No tears. No aching. No regret. I walked back to the window, pulled it open. Let the breeze hit my face. I felt light. Like I'd finally unhooked the anchor from my chest. He came looking for the girl who used to wait. But I was gone. Reborn.